Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jeremy One Sosa, aka Sith Lord Zeke, man. I'm bringing you guys today my Dragon Link deck profile, and as well as some replays we'll go over today. Um, Decided to go ahead and start playing Dragon Link because I, just wanted to bring something different to the channel. The Cybers deck was pretty cool, after a while of doing so many of the combos, it was just like, okay, these combos are kind of long, and I was starting to get kind of tired. So, I decided to go to a strategy that didn't require so much. It still requires like a kind of a heavy combo, but not so much. I found myself being like really fatigued playing Cold Talkers. Cold Talkers is a good deck though, nonetheless, but it's not a deck that I would like consistently play after, day after day. Because of the heavy combo line, like that deck like combos very heavy, but the reward, it has a high reward for that, if you like actually know what you're doing with it. But anyways, I didn't come here to discuss that. We came here to discuss Dragon Link. So like I say, I'm going with Dragon Link now, and I will be bringing more deck profiles, but this is the deck that I think that I'm going to continue to play as a main deck, besides Synchrons. You guys know the Synchrons is my favorite, but this deck here, I really enjoy Rockets. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Link is fun. I really want to play more of a Rocket pure variation, so I think that as I go and as they release more cards, then we'll start to kind of switch over, or we'll try to see if we can switch over and take a lot more on to the actual Rockets archetype. But here we have the standard kind of, it's kind of standard. I made a few changes to it. We have Psyframe driver because it combos well with your Chaos Space. The Psyframe Gear Gamma combos well with the Chaos Space. You could actually, this card could be in the graveyard, it could be in your deck, it could be in your hand, and as long as you have your opponent activates an effect, you can activate Psyframe Gear, and it will special summon this card along with itself anywhere from, as long as this card is not banished. So anyways, let's go off to, we have Rocket Synchron. Rocket Synchron special summons your monster from the grave. Your level 7, let me see, target one level 5 or higher. It's a level 5 or higher, I'm sorry. It targets a level 5 or higher dragon in the graveyard and special summons it to the field. You'll see that in some of the gameplay. We have the 1 Maxi because I've been just kind of lazy. I haven't really been, farming or like generating the Maxis or whatever like that. This is a Maxi meta, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I need to take it out, but sometimes I see it. I don't know. Well, we got the 2 Psyframe Gear. I feel like, with the Maxi, I feel like you gotta kind of play it because it just stops your opponent from just doing whatever he thinks he wants to do. You Maxi a person and then they just normal summon, set, pass. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Maxi is kind of weird, bro. It's like the card it changes the game like single-handedly, man. Like I've never seen a card so freaking powerful, dude. Like. And I think that's just my thought on it. Like, it's like you see the 1 and it's like, where's the other 2? And it's like, okay, well, take this one out because it's just 1. But it's like, if you don't play 1 or none, then it's like, I don't know, it's weird, bro. It's like, if you have 1, just try to play it, I guess. It'll at least stop your opponent from doing just running rampant. And then we have the Psyframe. Oh, you know what? I remember why I run the 1. It's because the cross-eyed designator, and I don't know why I have cross-eyed designator at 1. I don't remember my thought process with this, but it had to be a good reason. All right, so Psyframe at 2. We have the Auto Rocket Dragon at 1. This card is I like this card because it's non-targeting destruction. I mean, not non-targeting destruction. Destroy this card and send one set. It's non-targeting send. Like it just sends the card. It doesn't target. You just send one card. Your opponent don't even know which card it is. All right, and then we have Hibernation Dragon. This dragon I seen in I was doing some research and I seen this in a few builds, and I was like, this dragon is actually kind of good. You know what I'm saying? I really like this dragon because it'll you normal summon or special summon it, and it recurs a rocket from the graveyard from your level 4 lower dragon in the graveyard, and you can add it back to your hand. So um, yeah, this card I was trying to, I don't know. I was boost the dragon, and this card kind of does the same thing. You can banish this card from the graveyard, and then it special summons back a link monster. And that's what I really like about it. It recurs your card, and then you can banish it from the graveyard and special summon a link monster. So a lot of times you'll be summoning back the quad Borah dragon, and then you can use quad Borah's effect to pop off, just pretty much. And so Booster Dragon pretty much does the same thing from the extra deck, you know what I'm saying? But I never really summoned Booster Dragon. I've probably summoned him like twice, but I never really summoned him like that. So I was just kind of torn between these two guys, trying to figure out, just trying to figure out, should I just not play this because he naturally does what this card does, but then I was like, this one like kind of recurs me a card. And then it like doubles that ability to be able to banish from graveyard or and to get a link monster back. So kind of like have a follow-up play with especially Booster Rocket, with them both doing the same thing. So I don't know, it just kind of increases the ability to just recover against your opponent, whether it's on the next turn or him being just destroyed. All right, and then we have the white dragon Wyver Buster, and then we have the black dragon Collapser. You don't even need to explain what these cards do. This is just I don't know. I feel like even with a pure rocket variation, you just still play this. And then we have Magna Rocket, one of my favorite rockets of the deck. I think he'll be replaced. Well, not replaced. I think there's another rocket that I'll eventually once I get used to him. I think that he'll be a little bit more powerful. I think it's Metal Rocket. Yeah, Metal Rocket. So what Metal Rocket does is you can summon him to a zone that a monster is adjacent to, and then what he does is if he's destroyed by a link monster that targets him, he'll pop the monster, and then he'll pop the card that's behind it, and that's non-targeted. So let me see. Then destroy all cards in the column this card was in. Yeah, so he'll pop the monster, and then he'll deal with the card that's behind it as well. So I think that with him, you just gotta kind of position him well, But Magna Rocket, man, I don't know. I really, really like him as well, because he just non-targeting sin. So yeah, I think that's just better, because some cards just can't be destroyed. And then we have Silver Rocket. This one it's kind of a tie between him, Silver Rocket, and Magna Rocket, because what Silver Rocket does is he allows you to play with your opponent's extra deck, man. And I actually use these monsters' effects. A lot of people just use them and then they just tribute them off, and then they go into their big play. But I actually use these monsters' effects and just try to get them off as much as possible. So yeah, he actually plays with the extra deck. And if your opponent's got the Zeus, man, you can get rid of Zeus. You know what I'm saying? Just banish Zeus. If you know it's coming, just go ahead and banish Zeus. Get him out the way. And then we have Rocket Tracer. Self-explanatory. You don't even need to explain this card. And then we have Rocket Recharger. Rocket Recharger. I found that he's better in the hand on your. He's like a really, really good recovery play, because if your opponent destroys your monsters and he's in hand, all you have to do is discard him, and then you bring back the monster. Bring back any dragon, really. All right, and then we have Starlead Safer. Self-explanatory. It's a good normal summon. It's a good normal summon for the deck. Chamber Dragon Maid package. I feel like you definitely got to run this. Absolrauta Dragon. I think that in the future, Absolrauta will probably go up to 2, and then the Noctovision will probably come down to 1. Sadly, that'll be the case as we incorporate more rockets and we get more of the newer support. I think that he'll definitely come down to 1. So yeah, I'm gonna just be on Yugioh, just really testing like a new variant or a new build, just trying to see where everything lies, you know, ratios and everything. And then we have Nocto Vision. You know what he does. Nocto Vision is very good. He special summons himself to the field, um, and you can link him off. And well, he special summons himself to the field when a dragon is special summoned to the field. I'm sorry. And then you can link him off with the monster. You usually go into Romulus, and then you chain block with him and draw a card, and then Romulus search your Ravine. You know, so some of you guys know that combo. Then we have Chaos Dragon Leveneer. This card is a brick turn 1, but you know, hey man, it's Leveneer. What can you say? You know, I feel like you just gotta play it. The ability to banish 3 darks and, you know, send a card from your opponent's hand back to the deck. I mean, come on now, we playing with our opponent's extra deck. We sending cards back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you gotta play the Leveneer, man. You know, it's Leveneer. All right, so Chaos Space, we run it at 3. This card, a lot of times I find myself ditching it off for Dragon Ravines effect. Sometimes I might draw into it. This card is sometimes I just find its value better in the graveyard, going not second, but like, you know, as follow up plays come into play. I find this card better just being discarded into the graveyard. You know, sometimes it just comes up. It comes up to search the Collapser. Yeah, you know, it's a really good card, man. And then we have Dragon Ravine, you know, self-explanatory. And we have the 2 Boot Sector Lunch. I'm thinking that this card may go up to 3 when the new support comes out. I'm not sure just yet, but I personally definitely run 2 because I've seen some builds run 1. I feel like you need 2. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of times where you have to recover. You know, your opponent might have a full board. You'll probably see it in the replays, but and then we have World Legacy Guard Dragon. Got to play it at 1. We have the 3 Boot Sector Lunch, the 1 Cross-Eye Designator, and Personal Tech of Mine Bayonet Punisher. This card doesn't need a monster on field to activate. It just needs whether they're in the graveyard, which is you can have an Exceed in the graveyard. I mean, you can have an Exceed in the graveyard. You can have a Fusion in the graveyard. You can have a Link in the graveyard. Or you can have a Synchro in the graveyard. And what this card does is, depending on the sequence of what's in the graveyard, it gets a multitude of effects. So this card, what I like about it the most though is that it banishes cards from your opponent's extra deck. And then if you have another card, I mean if you have another type in the graveyard as well, it just gets another effect. So you know, we can just go over the effects. Okay, so if it's a fusion, you can banish 1 monster your opponent controls. All right, and that's not targeting. If it's a synchro, banish 3 random face down cards from your opponent's extra deck face down. So you know, you could potentially hit Zeus. You know, you never know. Exceeds, banish 1 spell / trap your opponent controls. Non-targeting. Link, banish up to 3 cards from your opponent's graveyard. You can only activate 1 Bayonet Punisher per turn. So if they have annoying graveyard effects, I mean, this is kind of like Call by the Grave. But it doesn't negate, but it at least banishes. It plays with the graveyard, you know. So I kind of like this card, man. You know, I was just looking at some of the cards, the spells and traps, and you know, I was just figuring I want to try to incorporate something, you know. And see what I like the most. But Bayonet Punisher, man, is a really good card that I like. Forbidden Droplets, run them at 2. I run them at 2. You can run them at 3. And then a card that's really growing on me is Infinite Impermanence. I'm really liking the ability to set this card in a zone adjacent to another card of my opponent's, and then he summons a monster. I activate the card, negate the monster, and then that card within that column is negated as well. So sometimes they'll flip that card over and it'll you know, just be negated, and then they'll be wondering like what's going on, you know. So this card is like kind of crazy if you set it up right. And then we have the 2 Dragon Maid Tidying. Tidying is self-explanatory. This card is actually Save B. It's a good recovery card and a good interruption as well, you know. And then, I mean, this Dragon Maid package is like crazy, man. Whoever thought of this in Dragon Links is just like, dude, you're a freaking genius, in my opinion. And then we have off to the extra deck. Okay, so we have the Borah Savage Dragon. We have the Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon. And then we have the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. We have one of my personal favorites, Guard Dragon Pisty. I really, really like this card. And then we have Striker Dragon at 2. We're playing 2 Striker Dragons because we have the 2 Boot Sector Lunch. And I don't know, man. Striker Dragon is just cool, man. He's just a really cool card. We have a Reddick Seal of the Heavenly Spears. This card is beast mode, you know. I really need to run 2. I feel like I need to run 2, which is why I was kind of debating with Booster Dragon and this card, Hibernation Dragon. So I don't know. In the future, we'll see. If Booster Dragon doesn't really pop up as much, then I don't know. May cut him. I don't know right now. And then we have Dragonity Knight Romulus. You know what he's used for? He's used for searching the ravine. And we have the Lingerous Dragon. He's really, really good in my opinion. We have Quad Borah Dragon. He's really good as well. Triple Burst Dragon. Sometimes I summon him. Sometimes I don't. I don't know. I'm really like iffy with this card, man. Like sometimes his effect is really useful, especially if you attack into an opponent's monster and it's a monster that can activate in a graveyard. You can negate the effect. So yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes it's just hard trying to figure out whether to play him or not. I mean, keep him in or not. Then we have Typologic Bomber Dragon. This is my personal favorite pick from the Cyber's Typologics. I think that Trisbania is really one of my favorites. It's really my most favorite. But Bomber is really, really cool, man. I really like Bomber. And then we have Borah Sword Dragon. Borah Sword is really good. I was summoning him turn 1 on my opponent, turn 1 against my opponents, and that was just like a huge mistake. You know, that was a huge mistake because then they would just pop it. You know what I'm saying? They would just destroy it. Lightning Storm, Lightning, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And they would just destroy the card, you know what I'm saying? And with all his power, he doesn't have the ability to not be destroyed by a card effect, which is where Beauregard came into play. You know, Beauregard is really good. He's a 3K beater. He can't be destroyed by a card effect. He can target a monster on the field, and I think he can target one monster on the field, change it to face-up defense position. I mean, change it to face-up defense position. So he has the ability to, if the opponent has a face-down monster they're trying to hide, you can flip it up. You know what I'm saying? And then he just really combos well with my turn 1 board that I play now. I have a good turn 1 board that I've just really kind of learned, and I'm still perfecting it. But it's a kind of a crazy board, and he's really, really good, man. Just not being able to be destroyed by a card effect, and then your opponent has to really deal with him by attacking over him, or they have to take him in some kind of way. So he's really good for that turn 1, you know. So if they was thinking about Lightning Storm, then hey, man, go ahead, because he can't be destroyed by card effect. Yeah. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much my deck list for the Dragon Links, or the Rockettes, which they will be eventually at some point. Squib Draw. I want to talk about Squib Draw. Squib Draw is a really good card that I'm going to incorporate later on. Right now, Chaos Space is like kind of the MVP, but I really like being able to go Squib Draw, target one of my rockets, which is with Tracer on the, with Rocket Tracer on the field, activate Tracer's effect to target the Squib Draw. Still get the summon off of Rocket Tracer, but you still get the draw off of Squib Draw. So it's like, you know, you kind of can't lose with this card. But right now, Chaos Space is just it's really good. I mean, we have draw power. You know, it's not like we don't have draw power. We have Nocto Vision to draw. And I don't know. I just feel like right now it's either between Squib Draw and it's between Bayonet Punisher. So I mean, I feel like you can't do the two together right now. Yeah, being able to play with my opponent's extra deck is really fun. You know, to be able to punish them and banish their Zeus and 3 other monsters face down. Yeah, you know, him along this card along with Silver Rocket. I mean, it's kind of like your opponent just want to scoop. Like, I don't even want to play you because you're just not you're doing extra stuff, you know. You're just doing extra stuff, man, you know. And I like doing extra stuff, you know. It's fun sometimes, you know. Okay, so let's go off to some replays, man, you know. All right, let's see, what do I have for you guys today? All right, I think we can do this. I made this public because I was gonna show it to a friend. Let's go ahead and play it. I can't remember. Oh, this is against this is kind of like a Raid Raptors. Like I think this is like a Raid Raptors type of build. With the Rusty Bardiche. All right, so we're gonna start off the turn with cast space. Our opponent's gonna ash it. All right, and then we're gonna send the Absol Dragon, but that's fine because you know we get Absol effect to add Tracer to hand. All right, and then we're gonna summon the Tracer. We're gonna activate the Dragon's Ravine. We're gonna activate Tracer's effect to pop because we wanted to summon. Okay, so our opponent's gonna activate the Max C here. He's gonna try to benefit, so he's down to 3 cards. So you know, I like to keep track of my opponent's hand. He drew 1, so basically he'll be starting at 5 cards. You know, pretty much got rid of Max C for nothing, I guess. All right, so he's gonna start out the turn with Blackwing Gale. All right, I guess he didn't have a play, and you'll see why later on. This Gale is like really nice, shiny. We're gonna activate the Dragon Maid, and then we're going to activate Tracer's effect to target the Dragon Maid to special summon out a rocket, but we're going to bounce our opponent's monster. He's going to use the Monster Reborn to bring back Absol to his side of the field, which signifies to me at this point that he really doesn't have a good hand right here. He just want to kind of block us off. Alright, so then we're going to the Striker. And then he activates a Maxi again. So I mean, it's like right now, you see what I mean? Like Maxi, and then we activate Ash, and he call buys. So I mean, it's like, what can you do right here? You know, do you continue to play? No, you don't allow your opponent to continuously gain advantage. I mean, if you look at the field, he has 2 cards. I have 2 cards. I have 2 cards. 3 cards in hand. He has 2 cards in hand, and a card, and then he's about to draw into one. All right, so we go into the Heavenly Seals right here. I actually gave him an extra card because I actually want to make sure I had some kind of defense. You know, I didn't want to just place the monsters on the field. All right, so he's gonna activate. We're gonna activate Heavenly Seals to bounce the Absol, and we're gonna target. I mean, we're gonna activate Tracer's effect, and we're gonna target the Absol. We're gonna special summon the Auto Rocket, and then the Dragon Maid Titan effect activates to bounce the Auto Rocket back to our hand, and then we activate the Seals effect. Sorry, to summon the Dragon Maid out on the field, and then Dragon Maid gets us a card. So our opponent, he's doing things that he does. Alright, so he's going to activate his effect to steal our monster. He's going to link it off into a Raid Raptor's Force Strike. Alright, and it's going to allow him to grab a card from the deck, I believe. It's going to trigger his monster's effect to set a Raid Raptor rank up spell. He's going to reveal, I believe, and special. Alright, he's going to summon out Rusty Bardiche. Alright, so activate the rank up. It's going to rank up the monster. We have nothing on field, man. I mean, we're just completely dry right here. Alright, so he goes into Raid Raptor's Arsenal Falcon. Alright. Right here is where he really helped us out because he actually let go of the Dragon Maid, which is what we need. If he didn't let it go, that would have been game. You know, he pretty much would have had game. Alright, so he's gonna go into this Ultimate Falcon here. I think one of them had an effect to when they attack, you can't activate card effects or something like that. So we just preemptively put the Dragon Maid onto the field. So he grabs the he sets one trap, goes in for 33,000, goes in for another 3,500. All right, then he sets a second back row on turn 2. I mean main phase 2. All right, so we draw into the Chaos phase. Gonna send off to grab the Wyvern Buster. Gonna banish the Striker, and then we'll go into Striker Dragon again, and then we'll get the Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. Alright then, so he's going to activate the Phantom Knight's Fog Blade, basically negating our effect, but we'll get the Wyvern Buster's effect to add the Black Collapser. Alright, Striker negate. Alright, so he's going to activate his effect to give me a wedge counter. We're going to summon, activate Chaos Space, send back to the deck, draw a card, Max C. We're going to link those off. Yes, sir. Those plays are not stopping what we're doing here. And then we activate Wyvern Buster's effect. Black Collapser, grab the Wyvern Buster. He's very important later on in this combo, so you'll see. So we summon the Rocket Synchron to attempt to special summon to the field. He's gonna Fog Blade us. We're gonna we're gonna go into Quad Borah. Then we activate Quad Borah's effect, pop himself, bring back 2. I think in this, no, I did right. Alright, and then we'll bring back 3, link them off into Borah Sword Dragon. Alright, so we're gonna activate the Boot Sector Lunch because our opponent has more cards than us, bringing back the Silver Rocket. We're gonna bring back Tracer. Activate Tracer's effect, pop, bring out the Magna Rocket, and then we're gonna set Tidying. Go into his monster, gonna activate our effect to non-targeting send, and we're going to send the Rusty Bardiche. Alright, effect, send, effect, gain. He doesn't target, so we're not really worried about that. We're just worried about attacking over him because, you know, he's a pain to deal with. And then we go over the Raid Raptor as well, leaving our opponent's field clear of nothing. So he has Recovery Blade, he has the Fog Blade. We'll Max C right here when he special summons, so we can draw an extra card. Bringing back the Phantom Knight of Rusty Bardiche. Alright, so we drew into Red Eyes Darkness. And then we get the effect of Silver Rocket's effect to special summon out the Tracer again. Alright, so we're going to activate the tight end, bounce. Alright, main phase 2, end phase, our turn. Alright, and then from here we just kind of just combo off into our opponent, you know. Yeah, we just kind of speed it up. Summon out, activate effect of tight end, go into Savage Dragon, I'm sorry. And then our opponent just scoops right there. Alright. Pretty decent replay, I guess. That was in platinum rank. Yeah, that was in platinum. You can see down here we was in I don't know what, I forgot this, gold rank, I guess that's what that is. We was there. Alright, so let's go off to another duel. Match history. Alright, so this is against Eldritch, and this is, I can't remember what this was. This was against Mech Knights right here. Alright, so I guess we can go against, we can go ahead and watch the Mech Knight replay. I think at this point, this is when I started to incorporate Borah Card Dragon. So you'll see a different line of combo here. Alright, so we're gonna start off the turn. We'll go into our quick lunch, summoning out the Tracer. Gonna link him off into Striker Dragon. Gonna activate Striker Dragon's effect. Gonna activate Nocta Vision's effect to special onto the field, and we'll grab a Boot Sector Lunch. Alright, gonna link those 2 off into a Romulus. Oh no, we went Seals. Okay. Gonna go into Seals. Gonna activate Nocta Vision's effect to draw. Gonna activate the Dragon's Ravine to send. Alright, then we send and we grab a Rocket Synchron, I'm sorry. We normal summon the Tracer, pop the field. Alright, and then we go into Guard Dragon Pisty right here. And then we go into Strike, our second Striker Dragon. So we activate Pisty's effect, bring back the Rocket Tracer. We're going to activate the Boot Sector Launch, summoning out the Silver Rocket, go into Quad Borah. And then we'll go into the Lingerous Dragon. Alright, we'll activate the Quad Borah's effect, send. pop, bring back 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Here we have Beauregard Savage. Beauregard Dragon, I'm sorry. Alright, then we'll send the Lingerers back, draw it into a World Legacy. Summon out the Silver Rocket and synchro summon those 2 guys off into Borah Savage. Alright, so we'll get 3 Borah counters. So here we have bounce, we have a non-targeting, not non-targeting, we have an indestructible monster that can be destroyed by card effects basically. And then we have a negate right here with a follow, just all follow up. And then we have its follow up right here with boot sector. So we're gonna bounce his normal summon, activate the effect to special summon out the auto rocket. All right, auto rocket's kind of weak. He's at 300 attack. All right, so he summons out the Mech Knight. To send, we're gonna activate Borah's effect to negate. We're gonna activate Savage effect to negate. And so at this point, our opponent is just like, okay, fuck it, let's just go in for an attack. All right, nope. We're gonna activate Beauregard's effect to switch auto rocket to to defense. Auto rocket effect is gonna activate. We're gonna send a spell or trap, and yeah, I mean, not much you could do there, I guess. I don't know. All right, so that's that replay. We'll go off into another replay. This is against Eldritch. Here we are again, starting off again first, man. A lot of, you guys really want to just go first in this game as much as you can, man, because, man, when people set up boards, it's just really hard to get past. All right, so then we're gonna go off into a Striker Dragon, grabbing the boot sector lunch. All right, link those guys off into a Romulus. Gonna draw with Noctovision. And this is pretty much the combo that we had last time, but I think it's a little bit more busted. Okay. All right, then we go into Dragon's Ravine. We'll send off the Safer and grab the Collapser. Activate Collapser. Summon Collapser. I'm sorry, it doesn't activate. Go into the Pisty. All right, Collapser's effect. We're gonna grab the Wyver Buster, and we'll banish him as well too. And then we'll activate the Chaos Phase. Send him back. Draw a card. Go off into Striker. All right, and then we'll get the Collapser again. He's very important for later on for Quad Borah. All right, so we send with the Field Spell, grabbing the Recharger. All right, we bring back the Rocket Tracer's effect, pop the field, and then we bring out the Silver Rocket. All right, then we link these guys off into Quad Borah. All right, then we link these guys off into the Lingerers. Boom. All right. It's gonna activate the effect of Dragoon Knight Romulus, special summon the Charger. All right, then we're gonna pop, bring back 1, 2, 3. Boom. All right, then we link the 3 link monsters off into Beauregard. All right, and then we'll synchro summon these 2 guys off into Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler's effect's gonna activate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I think we grabbed the Safer. Oh no, we grabbed the Tracer. Okay, nice. All right, then we're gonna activate the Quick Launch and summon out the Rocket, and then we'll go for Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. All right, then we're gonna set the Forbidden Droplets. Our opponent here is at a overwhelming, just, I don't know. I think it's just way too much fun. We just negate the Elixir of Black Awakening. Can't let him get that monster on the field. All right, he's gonna set 4 and pass. We're gonna activate Beauregard's effect to pop the Silver Rocket, and then we'll banish the Dreadnought from the extra deck. All right, then we'll summon out the Auto Rocket, because Auto Rocket will send one of these cards to the graveyard, and then we can just negate right here as well. So that'll be 2 cards. I think our opponent just knows, I guess. So we'll go in for 3 attacks, and then we'll activate Hot Red's effect, bring back the Charger, and then we'll activate Tracer's effect, pop, and we'll summon out the Magna Rocket and go in for game. Boom. So I guess he didn't have anything that, you know, he felt like he was going to be able to stop us. Eldritch player creamed right there. Yeah, you guys, and that's pretty much it, man. This is all in silver rank with silver rank. I mean platinum rank with platinum rank 5, man. I keep bouncing between 4 and 5, man. But I think I'm bouncing with this deck because I just now picked it up and I relearned some of the plays. So hopefully we can just make it to plat 1 with this, man. And then yeah, you know. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for the video, man. I hope you guys liked the video. Comment down below what you like about the Dragon Link deck list. Do you like it? What would you change in it, if anything? Yeah, you guys, comment down below, man. Like the video, subscribe to the kid, man. You know, I'll be working hard trying to put these videos out, man. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it, man. I'll see you guys on the next video. We will still be uploading Duel Links content, but not so much. It'll be, I don't know, man. You know, I'm just gonna have to try to figure out how to do it, you know. But we'll definitely still be uploading Duel Links content. But yeah, you guys, it's your boy Jeremy Wansosa, aka Sith Lord Zeke, man. And I'm out, man. I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Hope you guys like the gameplay. Peace.